dancing,
Mm-hmm.
and the tables with traditional food,
Mm-hmm.
girls in traditional suits.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so did you prepare something for this holiday?
No,
No?
yeah.
No, I mean, did you put on also some costumes and something
I'm just putting the money.
traditional? You just spent some money on celebration. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, um, how do you usually spend your holidays? Well, other holidays, how do you usually spend? Do you celebrate them?
Mm, No, I guess not because we're just going for a walk with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Navruz is something special.
No, other holidays, I mean.
Other holidays.
Yeah.
On the Thursday, 31st December, we can play snowballs if there is the snow.
You just play some. This is how you celebrate New Year?
Yeah,
Don't you cook something or exchange gifts?
we exchanging gifts, of course, but I can cook something because I'm very bad cooker.
You can cook because you're a bad
Yeah,
cooker?
very bad cooker.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and so what's the last gift that you received on special day, on holiday?
I received the wireless headphones,
Mm-hmm.
and I was very happy.
Mm-hmm. Who gave you this?
Mom.
Mm-hmm. All right, so clear. Let's go on to part two.
Cue card.
Yeah. So I would like you to describe something you do to help you to study or work. So you have 1 minute to get ready.
I can understand the question. If I want to say that it is my friends, what should I do? Like, here is how you learn it.
Yeah. So
What's
it's
the
something that helps you to learn and study. Maybe it's listening to music.
Just relax.
Yeah. Maybe it's sitting in the nature somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Music.
Something that helps you to study. So yeah, your time's up. You can start speaking now.
Yes, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's the question. Describe something you do to help you study or work. And I should say that it's just listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to music every evening when I'm doing my homework because homework it's kind of boring and hard. We know that. So I'm just sitting, taking my headphones,
Mm-hmm.
preparing for the lessons, writing, and when I'm writing, music helps me to accurate. I forget that word. Task.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how I've already mentioned, I do it every evening,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess it's to be the best method to do the homework
Mm-hmm.
because always you should write the conspects, and that's it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Let's move on to part two now. I'd like to ask you some more general questions.
Okay.
What's the routine of people in your country?
Just routine.
Yeah.
They wake up, I guess at 7 or 8 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
They washing their face, preparing for the day,
Mm-hmm.
do the breakfast, go for work, for
Mhm.
school, for lesson.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What are the routine activities that old people and young people in your country do?
Uh, it's very different because old people prefer to just relaxing on the fresh air, sitting at home and watching TV or just reading newspaper, cook something. Meanwhile, the young generation go to the park, go to the cafes,
Mm-hmm.
sitting there, listening to music against on the our main street
Mm-hmm.
square.
Okay. Okay, so do you think the routine of people will change in the future?
For me, it's very hard to predict that, but I can suppose that it will not have so much difference.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the technology is developing every day, but how we could develop our routine? Maybe just the robots and the cars will do our work, so we will have more free time.
Mm-hmm. We'll have more free time in the future. Okay. Thank you. This is the end of speaking test. So, Alisher,
Yep.
you have good this kind of accent, this pronunciation. Just
My
small thing,
vocabulary.
you stop. Yeah, you speak a bit too slow for a real exam. I mean, you should be a bit faster, and you kind of divide sentence into several parts. You say, well, I get up and I do this. You should say, well, I get up and do this and that. You should produce one or two sentences in one breathing out. But you're like making it slow by dividing it. Yeah, and you have to give more ideas and more words in it. Yeah, because you're slow, the examiner will not be able to ask all of the questions he or she wants. And so you have to be faster. They have like limited time in 10 minutes. They have to manage all the questions. So if they're not managing, they will probably skip and let's say mark it as not answered because it was too slow. Because being fast to answer is also important. And you have some mistakes in grammar when you talk. You said she's professional people. I'm not. I can cook, or you said I can't cook because I'm a professional cooker. Cooker is gasplita. A cook it's повар. Okay, don't confuse this.
Just those.
Yeah, yeah. And you said what is the word? So conspects, summary. It's summary, not conspects. Do
Our
breakfast.
teacher in school said conspects. She's very old. And
No, maybe in Russian it's yes, but in English we usually say summary because summary, conspect, it means short information about what you read. And do breakfast. We don't do breakfast. We make breakfast. Then you said
prepare.
cafes, cafes. It's cafe, not cafe.
Okay.
Yeah. So this kind of some pronunciation issues, some grammar issues, and some vocabulary is let's say something like intermediate at the best, but even it could be lower. So I think in the best case it could be 5.5.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah.
Excuse me, а вы закончите будем?
Approximately till like 1:30 the streets. Yeah. Come on here. Yeah, have a seat. Come on. Ready to start?
No, maybe yes. I'm a bit nervous.
Okay. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a surgeon or dentist. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start. So, my name is Sam. What's your full name?
My full name is Rasulullah Bijan. You can call me just Bijan.
Good. So, we're going. And where are you from?
I'm from Andijan, which is one of the three valleys of Uzbekistan, and which bordered with Kyrgyzstan.
Okay, very good geographical information. So, can you tell me more about your city? Does it have some historical interesting places?
Yes, my city is famous with that. There was born at Zahedin Muhammad Babur, who was the establisher of Babur's dynasty.
Dynasty. Good. Nice. Okay. So, what's your favorite place in your hometown?
In my hometown, my favorite place is my home.
No, but I mean some public places. Like, is there some interesting place like
The
park?
park of Zahedin Muhammad Babur. It's a big park where there are a lot of trees and entertainment places for childs and for older people.
Good. Let's talk about something else. So let's talk about patience. Were you patient when you were young? Younger. I mean,
it's an interesting question. Yes. I'm not sure about this, but I think yes, I was.
So you were patient. Are you patient now?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel when other people are not patient?
I think they're so annoying when they are not patient. Oh my god.
So
no idea.
How do you feel? So do you tell them be patient, or you just?
I'm not worried about this. About other people patience.
All right. So let's talk about transportation. What's the most popular means of transportation in your hometown?
In my hometown is Damas.
What is Damas? What
Damas
kind of
is a car where you can seat 6 or 7 people.
Okay, so it's some kind of a big car?
A middle car.
I am as examiner don't know what is Damas.
Okay. It's little than bus, but bigger than taxi.
So it's a minivan. We call it minivan. Yes.
Minivan,
okay.
Yes.
Death machine. Okay. So how often do you use this transportation?
I used to use this car, that car, every day when I was in Antijan. But now I take bus.
Okay. Is it expensive? Is it cheaper than taxi?
It's expensive than a bus, but cheaper than taxi. Yes.
Nice. Okay. We can move on to part 2. And I would like you to describe an activity you would do when you are alone in your free time. Here is the card. You have 1 minute to get ready.
Okay.
Yes, your time's up. You can start speaking now.
Now my activity that I do alone in my free time is watching YouTube videos. It's one of the most popular thing among teenagers and also among and also I do this because it encourages me and helps me to learn something new when I'm alone, and I do every time when I'm alone. And I watch YouTube videos by my phone or by my computer, and I prefer to watch it in my room, sitting on my bed, or oh my god, that's all.
That's all.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. How do you usually plan your free time?
What?
How do you usually plan your free time?
I plan every time before I go into bed. Every day before going to bed, I plan my next day's how schedule.
Okay, do young people in your country work longer hours now than in the past?
I don't think so, because in our country as other countries develops day by day, and a lot of techniques, new technology, and no use to work a lot.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of flexible work time?
Flexible work time. I think when people have flexible work time, they become a bit lazy, I think, and they don't want to work as much as they used to work as long.
That's it, yeah. And do you think in the future people will have more free time or less free time?
I think they would have more free time because, as I said, technology develops, and in the future, I think they wouldn't work as much. Technology will do for instead of them work.
They will look after children too?
Yes, I think.
Nanny doctors, robots?
Robots? No, they will take care of their children. Maybe not work and a job.
Okay, thank you. So, so it was good. Just you have good confidence. You're fine. I mean, you smile. You give some positiveness. You said there was born. We don't say there was born. We say famous leader and writer. Yes, Babur was born in my hometown, and that's an interesting question. The questions are not interesting. It's always an interesting question. Everybody uses this word. I mean, it's a phrase which everyone uses. That's why.
I said this, and
you say it's a bus where can sit. Where can sit. It's not English. You say.
What should I say?
You can say that this bus can fit 6 people. This minivan can fit. Yeah, or there is enough room for 6 people. Yeah, but not where can sit and put 4 people. You said somehow another language it was. Yeah, and so YouTube, we should speak longer. It was too short. Say like I watch YouTube nonstop, different videos about traveling. Yeah, you like videos about traveling. So last time, you can also speak about past. Like last time, I watched a couple which traveled to Philippines or someplace. Yeah, they watched different, or Australia maybe. They took video with kangaroos and other animals and some dangerous animals they showed. It was interesting when they went to safari. And you can also find 4K videos, which is of high quality, and also 360 degrees videos, you know. They sometimes make such videos like where you can watch, and it's just exciting. You could give more information, you know. Think about past, present, future when you talk. That's why they ask you past and future, some kind of questions to check how you can express that. In part 3, you should speak a bit longer, give some examples. Give more examples. Yeah. I asked you advantage, disadvantage, but you just described some few. You should give more, like 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages, maybe, yeah? Okay. Yes. So I think it would be. It's like it could be 6 because you are fluent, but if you don't speak enough, it can decrease it, you know.
Okay.
So work on this, yeah. Try to give more ideas. Don't panic. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
I will send you audio to you after if you remind me.
Okay.
Yes. Can you call next person, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Ken. Hi. Yes. And your name is? Arafat? Ulfathan. You came last time?
No, I was called.
Yeah. You couldn't come. Yes, on Thursday you want to come. Okay. All right. Okay. Clear. Okay, so we're ready to start? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, hi. So my name is Sam. What's your full name?
Ulfathan.
So full name is Ulfathan. Yes, this is called full name.
Yes.
Good. All right. And where are you from?
From Dashboard. I was born here.
Good. And what do you do? Do you study or work?
Yes, I'm studying at school.
You're studying at
And I
school.
was great.
Good. So it's your last year.
Yes.
So what are you planning to do next after your school?
I'm planning to entering the university, passing IELTS and stuff. I wanted.
So which university have you chosen?
Singapore and
You study German.
yes.
Now I feel it.
Yes.
Because you said Undo. All right. So you're planning to study at English university, English-speaking universities, yeah?
Yes.
So you study other languages as well?
Only English. German.
And German. Do you like German language?
No.
Not so much, yeah.
Yes.
So which language is easier for you to learn?
I think that there is no difference in this.
But what do you find difficult in learning languages?
To know the rules, I think. I think when you learning languages, you have to know all the rules and grammatics.
The grammar is difficult.
Yes.
How about vocabulary?
Vocabulary, of course, you have to know.
So it's also difficult, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you some other questions. How much sleep do you need every day? How much sleep do you need every day?
I think that 7 hours.
7 hours.
Will be fine, but I sleep only 3 because I do my homework for a very long time.
Do you take naps at noon?
What?
Do you take naps at noon? Naps. Do you take naps at noon? It means short sleep.
No.
You don't sleep during the day?
I have no time for this.
But would you like to?
Yes, always.
Okay. Do you like to read before you go to bed?
Sometimes. When I'm not so tired, I read.
Okay. Good. Let's move on to part 2. So let's see. So can you? So here's the part 2. I want you to describe an interesting talk or lecture that you have heard. Here, you have 1 minute to get ready.
Okay, I can write.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So your time's up. You can start speaking now.
Okay. At school, our teachers often invite some people from different organizations, and these people help us to know the world and the bad for what the bad for us, for people. And once they invite some people from the organization who told us about drugs and how bad can be drugs and alcohol for our health. And we were listening for this lecture for an hour, and it was very interesting and creative because they showed us all the bad about this on the screen, and we saw how it ruined lives of people.
Mhm.
And I think it was very um, uh, interesting, and we gained a lot of knowledge, and it was very um, important, and
Mhm.
it's still important.
Mhm. Okay. Good. So let me ask you some other questions. So part three: what kinds of people will be invited to give a speech?
I think these people should be very educated, well educated, well qualified. They have to know how to keep in touch with people, to
Mhm.
communicate with people, and they have to know to support the talk and
Mhm.
be creative.
Mhm. Okay. Um, is listening to speeches important to children?
Yes, because people, children. Sorry, can you repeat
Is
that?
listening to speeches important to children?
Yes, I think that children have to listen. Sorry, children have to listen to the advices of people because they are growing and they have to know the world, and uh, it helps them to get to know the world.
Uh-huh. Okay. Nice. So, what skills do you need to be a good public speaker?
I have to have good voice, and I have to know my topic of the team of my talk, and I have to be well educated. I have to work hard to be the person like this, and I think I could be such person if I would
Mm-hmm.
work hard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. That's the end of the speaking test. So, in general, you have good ideas. You should give a bit longer answers. But I think you need to add some more words. Then, in part three, don't forget to give examples. Very important to give examples,
Okay,
to
okay,
justify your opinion.
okay.
Yes, and try to be positive. You're not smiling,
Yes,
You speak in a
I'm
sad
so
way.
cold and I
Yeah, so well, at least smile, when you
yes
talk, because examiners speak to
everyone
all people
yes
and they're all sad, and you will be smiling and talking positively. That will add some extra point to your fluency, let's say.
okay.
Otherwise, it sounds like it's sad. So something bad happened here. So there are some small grammar issues. Mm, it's like it can be 6. Ideally I would say 5.9 because it's not 5.5 and it's not 6, like between.
uh,
But if you add a little bit more confidence to your speech,
yes
it will be definitely 6.
yes
Your language skills show that you have 6, like your vocabulary, your grammar is good, but just because it's like, I think and your voice is going down sometimes, this affects very much. You have to talk, with energy.
yes
Give that energy, when you talk. Yeah, so I think you could get 6. Yeah.
yes
Yeah. But it's like with a heart, with like yeli yeli, like that.
yes
So you have to give a bit more
yes I have
confidence.
to work.
Yes. Okay.
That's
Yes,
all.
that's all.
Thank you. The next